Yesterday, Tuesday, we were notified by a family member of the brother and 3 children that they had taken a sailing vessel from Sarasota on a trip down to Fort Myers Beach Sunday morning, and he had become concerned. We later found out that he had talked to his brother Sunday afternoon, and that his brother said he was experiencing rough seas and thunderstorms, and he was worried and wanted his brother on land to send him some weather reports, and that's the last that he heard of him. As soon as we became aware of this, we started doing detective work and trying to get as much information as we could, and then we immediately launched resources. We've been searching throughout the night. We did 8 search patterns last night. This morning, using both air and surface assets. This morning, during the 9th search pattern, a fixed-wing aircraft located a debris field. This debris field contained a tarp, some water jugs, 6 life jackets, a pair of shoes, and a basketball and a propane tank. We immediately contacted the family, the brother, the reporting source, and found out that these items did indeed correlate to his brother's vessel. Well, that is a dire finding. It is also heartening that it was right in the middle of our search pattern. So we know that we were searching in approximately the right area. And we're continuing to search now, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. I know this is a super difficult time for them, and we are doing everything we can and throwing everything we have at this search at this time. And now, if there are any questions, how confident are we that the family will be okay? That's hard to say, and we just, when we get a report and we have information, we just throw everything in and search as hard as we can. I mean, we're always hopeful, and we do everything we can for as long as we can, and that's exactly what we're doing. Well, we're in the beginning stages of the search right now, so that isn't even a question we're asking. So eventually we come to that, but right now we're still in the beginning searches, and we're hard at it and concentrating all our efforts on finding this family.
Was there indications, you said 6 life jackets on board, were there indications from the brother that there may have been more life jackets, as in the teenagers and dad were able to get life jackets on, or there's some missing?
The indications from the brother are that they had at least 7. We found 6, and they also were reported to have 2 kayaks they were towing behind them. So there is hope in that.
Are you zeroing in the search in a particular spot right now?
Are we zeroing in the search in a particular spot? Well, we have software that helps us develop search patterns, and we also go off of all the information that we get from family members, and so yeah, we're searching in a particular spot. We kind of have tracked their voyage and where they should be, and we've backdrifted that from the time we thought they ran into trouble Sunday, and that's how we develop a search pattern. And that we were able to find that debris field right in the middle of the search pattern is a good indication that the information that we got was pretty accurate.
And where is that?
That was down off of Sanibel, I believe, about 33 miles offshore. Yes, the father and the 3 teenagers were living on a boat in Sarasota, and their brother lives in Fort Myers Beach, and they were taking a trip down there to work on the vessel. So the vessel was not in the best of shape, and they were taking it down there so the brother could help them work on it. But the indications are, what we've been told, is that the father and 3 teenagers have been living on a boat for about a year in Sarasota. at anchor
You know where they left
from
from?
Sarasota.
In the bay?
I believe so. It did. We were told that it had a small outboard kicker, they call it, like a 9.9 horsepower. It was outfitted, I believe, with an older 29-foot sailboat, and it had a shaft. So apparently, at one time, it had a regular inboard engine, but that wasn't functioning, and they had a small outboard that they could use.
Is there, besides the brother, any families with the children's mom?
Yeah. Yes, there's other family. We've contacted the two brothers, their mom, and also his wife.
And how are they feeling with it? They must be terrified.
They are terrified, as you could imagine. They're all feeling what we're all feeling. Very anxious and upset and hoping for the best.
Did the Coast Guard ever receive a distress call, or just the brother?
No, we never received a distress call. We only got the information when the brother called us and was concerned that they hadn't shown up down in Fort Myers Beach.
Did he indicate why he waited a couple of days to call?
No, I don't know that for certain. The debris field was discovered probably about an hour and a half ago. Ace is the father. This is a Kimberly family, and then Becky, Donnie, and Roger. I believe Becky's the oldest at 17, and then Donnie and Roger like a 15 and 13-year-old. I'm not exactly sure of that, but that's the information we were given. Kimberly.
How far out is this search extended now from 30 miles or so off Sanibel?
Well, it's extended out a little beyond that. So what we typically do is we try to estimate as best we can when and where the event happened, and then we use a program to drift that. In other words, we look at all the environmental factors, and we predict where a person or a boat would drift in the water over a certain period of time. And then that's how we concentrate our search.
Can you tell us the name of the marina or mooring area where they came from?
I don't have that information offhand,
Can you once again
but I can find out for you.
Can you list once more the things that were found?
In this, there was a tarp. There was 4 water bottles, I believe, tied together. 1 or 2 tennis shoes, a basketball, a propane tank, and 6 life jackets.
No sign of the sailboat.
No, ma'am.
During the recovery, did you retain any of the debris for an investigation?
We absolutely will. We had, it was located by a fixed-wing aircraft, and we got in touch with what we call a Good Samaritan. So there was a boat out there that was close. They went over and took possession of those items, and then our station boat is headed out there to take possession of those items. So.
Okay, we have time for one more question, and then we have to wrap up because of operations that are ongoing continuously today. One last question.
What were the weather, from the Coast Guard standpoint, when you researched what the weather was during that time frame? What are your indications of the weather?
What was the weather? Well, there was squalls or typical thunderstorms going across that area Sunday afternoon, and that's what the brother reported to his brother when he called in, that they were in, he said 6-foot seas and rainstorm or squalls.